So in episode 11 of Parasite the Maximum, there is a parasite that is trying to run for mayor. Now that we can see that the parasites are intelligent enough and obviously are trying to see, apparently one of the parasites in the episode went to basically a gang hideout known as Yakuza. So basically that guy went to the Yakuza hideout obviously, and he slaughtered literally 22 gang members and all people who were working there at the time to see, how strong they would be against people with weapons and guns and everything else. So welcome to my Parasite the Maximum episode reviews, where I review majority or all of the Parasite the Maximum episodes. So overall, obviously this episode was basically that black haired girl who has mysterious power, or she has really good senses. She apparently found that she likes Shinji a lot. Obviously she actually liked Izumi Shinji a lot, and also Murono, we get to see that their relationship obviously develops a lot more. They went on a date. We got to see the highlights of the date in the episode. I'm sort of glad they did that because it sort of brings, it doesn't show, it also brings some light to the series. The series is very, very dark. We're also freaking Shinji's dad, basically, he changed a lot obviously since his wife disappeared, and Shinji's mother basically got slaughtered by him. He basically had to not do the final blows, but weaken his own mother, and her own mother basically died from a freaking parasite and everything else. Even though he's met a friend, obviously, freaking Parasite and the other guy, whatever, he met him. Even though it's been so dark for him, his life has been like, it's been going down lately, but it's also been going up in Murano, and also the fact that he's changed a lot himself. His development has grown insanely, but his own sense of humanity is trying to decrease as well. We also can see that throughout the episode. We can also see that his humanity is also so like he's still human, but at the same time he's not really human. We can get to see that he's not this emotionless person who has no feelings. He does have feelings, but the fact that Migi is also, he feels like a small part of Migi is always going to his heart. Every time he sees like something horrible about to happen, he feels like his heart is aching. His emotions trying to come up, but Migi is not allowing that. It's like it's hurting his emotions. He can't feel without being pain, or has some pain in him. So overall, the guy went to Yakuza, obviously went to test out the abilities if, how could a parasite like him survive, like, if there were humans who have guns and knives and swords and everything else, could he kill them all? He did. He destroyed the Yakuza clan, then he got it. His hands were like all bloody and stuff, and also could see that there are like groups of parasites trying to, there's a group of parasites obviously trying to become the higher up, so they're trying to have a parasite that's like, he's trying to run for mayor, so that he control all the humans and basically, keep an eye on all of them at the same time. If there's one parasite that's really extremely smart, he's not really interested in eating them. He just, he also obviously, that one parasite was just trying to test strength. He didn't really eat them. He really didn't do anything. We also got to see that, playing the whole fad of where, if you pull a person's hair out and their hair starts to disappear, whatever, you get to see the parasite. Apparently, this one girl, she was on a date, whatever. She was drunk or whatever, she was like, Kyle, you're so fine, whatever, blah, blah. He pulled her hair out just to do that anyway, just because, just in case. And when she did that, obviously, she died after. I'm like, I always wondered, if you pull a parasite's hair out and you find out, if you pull a person's hair out and find they're a parasite, you're screwed anyways. You're gonna die. Like, what the hell do you expect them to do? Not kill you? Like, I never got that. Do you run away when you pull the hair, or like, you'd obviously be shocked, and that few seconds it takes to realize you're already fucking dead and already eaten or whatever. But we can see that their parasites are obviously, in the higher ups, trying to be more intelligent. They're trying to take over the entire cities by using their brains. So parasites are extremely smart. We can see that Migi himself is a very smart individual, but so are the other parasites. So he's not really, so all the other parasites aren't like, individuals that are kind of, man-eating, man-slaughtering savages. They're actually trying to use their brain. We could also see that, I feel that one of those mare parasites, the mare parasite, is going to be is going to be the most powerful parasite that freaking Shinji or Izumi have faced so far, because I feel in the opening, or the cover, actually, the cover art, not the cover art, but in the poster or whatever, or what we're gonna call it, we saw this parasite had like many eyes, and it was really big and tall. So is he like the master of all the parasites? There's no master, but is he one of the strongest parasites, or are those group of people as there as well? And also, Murano, I'm proud of you, girl, trying to develop that relationship, getting a relationship all the way up there, kissing him, whatever, also that black hair girl, whatever, she loved him, but she was very like envious, like, she asked him, do you love him, right? You liked him, right? Whatever. You could see that, she was like, I felt bad for her, but at the same time, I really did not feel bad for her, because Murano was always there for him. She knew him for such a long time. She saw his character develop. She saw like everything happen to him. And I also realized did they not realize that freaking his mother is dead? Like, you know, have you wondered why? Like, she wondered about Izumi, you changed. I'm like, yeah, if your mother died, I think you would change a lot too. But I think what she's saying is you changed too drastically. And maybe, you know, he obviously, when your parents or when one of your like loved ones or someone you know like passed away due to illness or manslaughter, or you know, victim being eaten or whatever, in this case, you obviously know that you obviously would change. But you know, if she knows like, hey, maybe you changed too much, or maybe overall, you know, obviously she can't change the fact that he changed. She always keeps saying, are you really is a machine, she whatever. I'm like, I'm getting kind of annoyed at that girl. He really is him. You could see that he still cares for her in a way. He still says, I still love her and all that. So overall, that was basically the episode of Parasite the Maximum. Be sure to let me know what you guys thought of this episode, yo. Oh my, these parasites going to the top, yo. That's trying to take over the city, but you know, not without harming any citizens. Obviously, there will be casualties here throughout when people find out what they really are. They just kill them really easily and just go into their bodies, or maybe abduct somebody and go to their bodies without them being aware, maybe. So also there's a boss parasite, overall everything else. So be sure to let me know what you guys thought of this episode, the whole, the boss parasites and them going up in the world through the means of the actual ones. They're actually going up the legitimate way, the human way. They're going up in the world. So decided, you know, if us eating or putting fear to them will not allow us to be the top, then we'll have to do it their way, and that's the way that's probably going to work. There were 8 of them overall. Also at the end of the episode, that black hair girl, I don't know what her name is, Bakanto or something else, but she wanted to also meet Izumi, you know, to talk about something. Maybe it was to confess, maybe it was to talk about, you know, maybe she feels like she saw a parasite or whatever, or to talk more about, you know, how her senses. Maybe is Izumi gonna tell her about the thing, or she gonna tell Murano what's gonna happen to Murano, because I think something bad's gonna happen to her, because something bad happened to her the first time, obviously, when she was at school and freaking Shamada basically almost killed her. She was lucky that she survived that long. I thought she honestly will die. I have a feeling that she will die, and I thought she died before. You know, when you say, you know, I'm mistaking you for somebody else, in the 10th episode, he said, I thought I'm mistaking you for somebody else, and I was like, I feel so bad for that girl who got mistaken for Murano, but that's kind of a dick move. But overall, what's gonna happen? Also, Migi does not trust that black hair girl. I have a feeling that I don't trust her either for some reason, because I feel like she's gonna expose him, whatever. Oh, in fact, when she tried to pull his hair out, apparently, you know, he can retain his human form. So, you know, if you pull a parasite the hair out, obviously the hair basically dissolves and dies. Obviously, the hair has life force in it and it basically dies. But when I thought like Izumi, what happened if you pull Izumi's hair out? Was something happened to him? But no, he's like, you know, pull my hair out anyways and do that. So overall, 22 casualty, the Yakuza and the gang, whatever, the anti-gang law is not going to work with the parasites. Parasites trying to get up in the world through legitimate ways. But when you pull Izumi's hair, it doesn't happen. Murano and Izumi's relationship are becoming stronger. She's obviously had vivid dreams of the parasite. Also, that dream she had, that black girl at the beginning of the episode, she had a dream of where, you know, she always seen a field picking flowers or whatever, and you know, I know what's gonna go. Freaking the parasites came in and this guy in white armor or whatever freaking, you know, slaughtered them all. Obviously, I was like, oh my god, this is every single girl, a fangirl's dream ever, I swear. I was looking at freaking a fangirl dream or a yaoi dream, or like a freaking love dream. I was like, oh my god. Most of a good change, I guess. It brought the whole lightness into the show. So Izumi still has some emotions to show. He still has emotions, but he doesn't have emotion at the same time. Some trust issues were in this episode. Some Drake trust issues in this episode. So be sure to let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Be sure to like the video if you hear the video. Thank you very much for watching the entirety of the video. Like the video. Be sure to comment below what you guys thought of the episode. Share the video on Twitter, Facebook. Also follow me on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. All of them are linked in the description below. And I'll see you guys later. Farewell.